Good afternoon. Welcome back to Oven Mitts Without Any Tits. You're in for a real treat today, let me tell you. Tonight I'm doing one of Neil's favourite dinners. There's 3 parts to it, so we'll get straight into it. I have already got the wedges in, so we're having buffalo chicken bites with coleslaw and wedges. Now the coleslaw is homemade as well, so I'll go through step by step what we're doing with that. I have already cut the chicken up, coated it in a little bit of flour and put it into the oven already, so that needs to cook for 10 minutes or so before I put the buffalo sauce on. So I'm going to make the buffalo sauce. Now I'm going to make 2 buffalo sauces, one a little bit hotter than the other because I don't like things too spicy, but Neil kind of does. So into each tub, so if you're going to make it one batch for everyone, it's 4 tablespoons of tomato puree, but because I'm making, it's going to be roughly about that, because I'm making 2 different ones, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons into each cup. I know, I'm fussy, I know, I get it. So I'll put another couple tablespoons on that. Doesn't have to be an exact science, but there or thereabouts. Once you sort of get cooking for a while, you do kind of get to know how much of everything is what you need. So you give your, this is rice wine vinegar. Sorry, that was tomato puree, by the way, if I didn't say so. My head's all over the place today. I'm having one of them days. I know every day is one of them days at the minute. I'm just going to double checking how many of this. Yeah, okay. 2 and 2. So the normal recipe is 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, but I'm going to put 1 in each. So again, your normal recipe is 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce. I can't even say it. So I'll put 1 teaspoon in each. I'm not a massive fan of Worcester sauce, I must admit. But the recipe says put it in, so I'll put it in. Now we want a teaspoon of smoked paprika. So I'll put about half a teaspoon into each pot. So up to now they are equal. Again, all these ingredients are at the end with the method at the end, so you don't need to worry about trying to write it down now. It's all at the end. And I must admit, I forgot to introduce myself again. My name's Corinne and I'm your host. You know that by now, you don't need me to introduce myself. So your final ingredient to make it spicy is, it says on the recipe, Sriracha sauce, and I use Nando's Peri Peri medium sauce. So it is a little bit, it can be a little bit warming, and I don't like it overly warming, so I'll put about 2 teaspoons into Neil's, and I'll put just 1 teaspoon into mine. I like to be able to taste the flavours. I don't want my backside on fire while I'm eating it. It's not how I roll. And all you do is just mix your ingredients together, so it forms a bit of a, I don't know if you can see that, a bit of a paste. So when the time comes, when the chicken's ready, or just about ready, all you do is you just spread this on top of your chicken and put it back in the oven for a little while. So that is that. I'll just get rid of one of these spoons. So next I'm going to move on to the coleslaw. I will just mention, for the wedges that I put in the Acti-Fry, what I generally do is, once I've cut them up into wedge shapes, I put some frylight into the bowl, put some salt into the bowl, and then put the potatoes in. I do this whether it's chips or wedges. Put them in, and then put a little bit more frylight and a little bit more salt on top. And the salt just helps to crisp them up, and they go in there for 30 minutes. So there we go, 2 sauces, one a little bit less spicy than the other. So onto the coleslaw. So we've already got chopped up about 1/4 of white cabbage. Into this we're going to put 1/4 of red cabbage, we're going to put 1 medium-sized carrot that's been grated. I don't normally like coleslaw. I certainly don't eat shop-bought coleslaws. I don't know what it is. I don't like them. But I really like this. Into that, we're going to put 1 grated apple. So we're going to then make the sauce for the coleslaw. Because up to now, we've just got this. Now you can eat it like this if you want, if you like it a little bit dry, but if you want a bit of moisture in there, a bit of a sauce, this is what I do. So into a pot. So I'll tell you now, I am using my NutriBullet, my Ninja, for this. So you're basically going to chop all this up to a smooth sauce. Well, that wasn't very well, was it? So put into it about 100 grams or so of Fromage Frais. And again, I use fat-free stuff. It's a 500 gram tub, so a couple of big dollops into there. It doesn't matter if you put a little bit more than that in, it's fine. I'm going to put a couple of spoons of lemon juice, or if you prefer fresh lemons, use the juice of 1 lemon. Into there. And then into here, I'm going to put some blue cheese. Now, again, this is where you can kind of like do it to your taste. I use quite a mild blue cheese, so this is Yorkshire Blue, and this is a strength rating 3. So I'm going to put about 50 grams into here, if I can get into it. Now the recipe says use Gorgonzola, but I think it's a little bit strong for me, that. So I'll stick to my blue, stick to my Yorkshire Blue, thank you very much. I never used to eat blue cheese. I used to think, oh God no. But as I've got older, your taste changes as you get older, don't they? Well, I think they do anyway. I certainly eat a lot more now than I used to. I'm making a right pig's ear of this, aren't I? There's got to be an easier way of doing this. Oh my days. Let's make sure we don't get any foil on there. I don't think anyone wants to eat any foil. So I'm just going to put a couple of biggish wedges in this. It's only a 100 gram chunk, this anyway. So I'm going to put about half of it, maybe just over half, into there. And that can go back in the fridge, so I can use this for another one. So all I'm going to do is put the lid on and give it a blitz with the bullet, the Nutri Ninja. So I'll be back in a minute. So here we have your sauce. It is quite thick. I would suggest you keep it quite thick, because otherwise if it gets too runny it just gets everywhere. You want it quite thick to stick to the other ingredients, really. So you can see how kind of thick it is. It is like a, well, it's thick sauce really. It's almost mayonnaise-y, but so you drop all that into there, or as much as you want. You don't have to put it all in if you don't want. You can put a little bit in, then keep adding. I'm just going to chuck it all in. And then give it a mix. And that is coleslaw. That's how I make my coleslaw. Easy as. Now somebody might watch this and go, you don't make it, I make it. Normally Neil does make it, and to be fair, Neil did cut all the ingredients up for me. It's normally a bit of a tag team when it comes to the coleslaw. He does the vegetable side, I make the sauce. So there we go. Nice big bowl of coleslaw. So if you don't like coleslaw, you don't have to make this. You can just stick to your wedges and your chicken. It's absolutely fine. Let's have a little bit of a taste, because I can. What you can also do before you put your sauce in is to do a taste test. If you like a bit more cheese in it, add a bit more cheese. If it's too cheesy, put a bit more Fromage Frais in it. Just get that balance. But that, perfect. So I'm going to take this chicken out. I'm going to dollop, yes I did use the word dollop, the buffalo sauce on. And that'll go on back in the oven for like 10 minutes. And then we're ready to eat. So all you do is literally you get it and you just sort of spread it around on your chicken bites. It's a little bit time consuming to sort of spread it about, but again, if you don't like it overly spicy, you can either not put as much spice in, but also don't put too much on your chicken. With mine, I don't put a massive amount on. I just like it to have a little bit of a taste, not get drowned in it. So there we go. Both chicken bites, I've got the buffalo sauce on, back in the oven. At this point you only need about another 5 minutes and then everything's done. So the wedges are virtually done, coleslaw's done, they're nearly done. Time to sit back, wait and dish up. Yummy. So, chicken is ready. Take it out. Do that every time. So that's Neil's. And this is mine. And Taylor's, of course. And we also have potato wedges. Now I like my wedges quite crispy. So they always end up being in the active fry for probably about 45 minutes altogether. So on for the initial 30 minutes and then I put them on for another 30 minutes, but take them out halfway through. So all that's left to do is dish up. See, I for one, again, I'm starving. So let's do Neil's first, shall we? Come nice like that. So I'll not dish it all the chicken up for him, because he'll have some chicken to nibble on later. That's why sometimes it's good to do quite a lot, because at least you've got some nibbly bits for later. I think we've already established that my presentation skills need a little bit of work. That's that. Let's do all of his first. And then you can see where we're at. Put a few wedges. He doesn't want loads of wedges. Onto that, a nice healthy offering of homemade coleslaw. Now it's worth just noting that all the meals that I make are slimming friendly. So if you are trying to shed a few pounds, everything that pretty much, apart from the sweetie stuff, everything that I make is Slimming World, Slimming-esque friendly. So there we have it. Buffalo chicken buffalo chicken bites with homemade coleslaw and wedges. and that doesn't look too shabby. So I'm going to go give this to Neil, dish mine up and eat my dinner. So if you liked the video, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the like, and we shall see you next time in the kitchen at tea time. So stay safe, take care, see you soon.